This week's episode, Yolanda confronts her guilt with Brainwave's death. Why do you think Yolanda still has challenges with his death and trying to just move forward?
I think that she has a lot of challenges because she hasn't gotten that validation of anyone telling her that it was okay, like the sin that she committed. She's struggling a lot because of her faith. Her faith is so strong, and morally, she knows killing is wrong. And she's trying to lean on her best friend. She's trying to lean on, the group. This last episode, you saw that she was trying to lean on the group, confide in them, and with what just happened, and they don't make her feel any better about it, like that's why she kind of calls our men out and says like, oh, are you better than me? Is that why you spared Grundy's life? And Beth gets a little bit of Yolanda's frustration as well, and she kind of feels like that whole move was a bust. But yeah, I think because she didn't get any validation from anyone, she's kind of really struggling with it because she knows it's wrong. She just wants somebody to tell her it was okay, and no one's doing that. So
When you first get the script and you just think about her journey during season 2 and the aftermath of Brainwave's death, what was your reaction just to reading the script and knowing this journey that she would be going on this season?
I thought it was really smart because they didn't just move on to the next thing. They're showing that like PTSD is real, and it doesn't just like they're just making her very human. They're making her, yes, she's a superhero, but she's also dealing with these things that would be a struggle with in real life. So I appreciate the fact that they kind of dove deeper with that, and also how she's leaning on her faith. I mean, it raises the stakes for sure. So I really liked it. They're great writers. So anything honestly they come up with, I'm just like, yes, brilliant, keep it going.
Because after this episode, do you think that this experience that she's going on, this Tuesday, do you think that it kind of changes or affects her relationships with, her friends going forward?
Yeah, a little bit. I think, Courtney comes in at the end and tries to save the day with Yolanda. She's there for her, but it's a little too late at that point. And as you see, like she chooses to leave the JSA. Did you see that? You saw that, right? The episode 7?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay. Can I say that then?
Yeah, it'll come after.
Okay, great. As you saw, she chooses to leave the JSA, and I think she really needed that time away. If she chooses to come back to the JSA, it'll be on her own terms, but just like mentally and for her own sanity, this is what she needs to do for herself. And I think that's really beautiful. It just shows that like, she gave it all she got, and now it's time to just like recuperate, just like get back to ground zero, and just be there for herself.
Is there anything else that you want to see Yolanda experience on the show that you haven't seen that you maybe want to happen this maybe like next season?
Yeah, I would really like them to explore the dynamic with her family. I mean, I think her not having mended that relationship is, I mean, it would affect any kid's life. So to explore that would be awesome. And just a little bit more of my background. I mean, I think they're doing a great job like exploring the faith, because I'm Catholic myself, and just religion, you don't really see that being explored in many shows. So they really took things into their own hands with that. But yeah, definitely the family dynamic and a little bit more of her background and where she came from, and just the family aspect of it all.
What do you enjoy most about playing Yolanda and Wildcat?
Ooh, well, I like the similarity. I love that Yolanda's a boxer because I'm obsessed with MMA in real life. Yvette Monreal is obsessed with MMA. Oh my gosh, I went to my first fight on my birthday, July 9th, that weekend. And I was just starstruck. I was in shock that I was even there. But there's a few similarities, and I love how grounded she is. I play her really grounded as myself. So, oh, do you see me? Sorry, my computer gave me a notification. But yeah, I just really like the fact that she's a boxer and I get to explore that. I did train 2 months prior getting the role, just to get the foundation and the stance of a boxer. That was really important to me because I know people can tell when you're not a fighter. And everyone was telling me that. They're like, you should probably do a little training before that because it's really annoying when they're pretending and they're not really doing it. So that was really important to me. But it's really fun. It's fun playing high school again. Honestly, and I have a really good group of people that I play with. So
What do you find difficult about trying to be Wildcat or be Yolanda?
what I find difficult about being Yolanda, I think the fact that, I mean, just with my own experience, I've never killed someone before. So I think diving deep into that, and the PTSD is on another level. So I really do my best to try to understand and do my research with mental health and everything like that. But for the most part, I really enjoy doing it, and doing the research. The challenging part is what makes it so fun, because the more knowledge you get, the more fun you have, the more you play with. So they are challenges, but then there's a bigger reward at the end.
Did you ever think growing up that you would play this type of character like Wildcat? Did you see, that representation of, having that platform for little girls and boys to see someone that looks like you, play a superhero?
I never, honestly, can you hear that? It's like a saw.
No.
You can't hear anything? You're good?
No.
Okay. Honestly, growing up, I didn't really think about being a superhero. I always wanted to do something like Tomb Raider, like lead an action film. But growing up, I would say like I saw the superheroes that I grew up like remembering was like Halle Berry and Catwoman, Batman, the Riddler, James, what's his name? Jim Carrey. Sorry. He was a great Riddler. But I never thought of that myself because growing up, I really didn't see a superhero that looked like me. And I was just like, oh, that could be me. It was more like singers and telenovelas I watched with my mom. So there were inspirations from the Hispanic community, but not superheroes. So the fact that I get to do that now, and it's like, oh, there's that superhero right there. She's Latina. Like people, I mean, little kids are growing up thinking that. So the fact that I get to do that and be that for them, it's a big responsibility, but it's so fun. And I'm honored because I know that I'm one of the very few. So it's exciting to me for sure.
Are there any episodes coming up for the rest of the season that you're excited for fans to view?
I am really like this next episode. That's my episode. You get to see, Jake Austin Walker again, and familiar faces. But there's gonna be more fight scenes, so I'm excited for people to see that because that's where we get the most hype, and people are just so excited to watch the fights. And our stunt coordinator, he does such an amazing job. So there will be more fights, and I'm excited. I am excited about the last episode. It's kind of like crazy. It goes on a different it's just so unexpected. The writers are brilliant, but episode 13 I'm excited about.
Being a part of the DC universe, is there any characters that you wish to interact with? If there's an upcoming crossover, just like mini crossovers within, your show.
Yeah, I mean, I love the CW shows, and I have mentioned before how being in the Flash would be super awesome. My siblings watch that show, so I would love to do that. But also, this would never happen, but the movie Shazam, I freaking love it. And I know Shazam and Courtney's character, I mean Breck's character, have interactions in the comics. So if he could just make a cameo, that is like dream come true. I'd love to just meet the guy and be like, "You're awesome," But that's a faraway dream. Flash is good too.
What was I saying? What has been the best advice you received since being in this industry?
The best advice I've received so far, there's been a couple. There's one, I was told to always give it 110% because what's on film will never, like once you film it, it's done. It's locked in for life. That performance will never change. It's gonna be alive forever, right? So there's that. So I always try to like, because we work 16-hour days sometimes. So when I'm exhausted, I kind of, that pops in my head and I'm like, okay, I need to push forward, and then there's another one to just like treat everyone the same, no matter if they're like the PA or the director. What goes around comes around, and I truly believe that. I've seen it happen myself. So yes, what you put out in the world, you will get back. So always be kind. Yes.
Oh, what is your dream role?
My dream role, it would definitely be, I think I mentioned this earlier, but I would love to lead an action film, like a Laura Croft film or something like that. Just super action packed, do all my stunts. That's one of my bucket list checkoffs. I'm sorry, I'm like a little spacey right now, but that's one of the things I would like to check off from my list.
Would you be willing to write it though?
What? Would I be willing to write it? Yeah. Are you kidding? Yes. I actually, when I was shooting Rambo, I started writing a little bit because I just got so inspired by everyone around me. And there are some stories that I want to tell that are like inspired by true stories, like by my mom and stuff, and just, more on the Latinx culture. But yeah, definitely. I would definitely do that. If I had the budget, if they gave me the money, let's go. I can write that. I can write it for myself. I'll be the lead.
Because, even on Stargirl, if you get the opportunity, to do a little backstory on Elena, could you like see yourself like put a little input with that?
Yeah, for sure. So I don't know if you know this, but Angelica Washington, she was actually invited into the writer's room. So I know that they care deeply about making it accurate, making it feel authentic. So I wouldn't be surprised if they went ahead and was like, hey, is there anything you want to put in from your own personal life? They're very open to those ideas. So I'm just glad that we're able to have those conversations. Yeah, if my character gets explored, I will definitely put a little input on my own culture and just like things from home that remind me from home, hopefully.
Throughout these years, what is something you like to say to people that have supported you from, being on Stargirl to other projects?
Huge thank you, because the hustle was very real. Just going from faking it to Foster's, then to Rambo, then to this. I mean, it's been like climbing a mountain, but now it's finally paying off. So I appreciate the support. I really do. I still talk to people who supported me from faking it. So yeah, just thank you. Huge thank you. And thank you for the support. It means everything. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I had such a great time. I'm so sorry I haven't ate yet, but I'm gonna wake up a little bit.
No, it's fine.
But it was fun talking to you. Thank you so much for giving me your time today. It was really fun.
Thank you. So as well, I hope you have a great rest of your evening.
You too. You too. Thank you. I will. Sorry.
Right. Bye. Thank you.
All right. Have a good one. Bye.
Where is the buzz?
Oh, yeah. Where is the buzz? You said was mine, oh, mine.